I'm in love with the Coco. I'm in love with the Coco. I'm in love with the Coco. Okay, we're not doing that, trust me, guys.
Hola, amiguitos! Me llamo es Eli Copperman, and today, me and my friend Belle Ager are going to be reviewing the latest installment in Pixar, Coco, another animated film based off the holiday of Dia De Los Muertos. Don't worry, no comparisons to the Book of Life. So Belle, tell us the plot.
So a boy who loves music is really determined to be a musician, but his family hates music because of some really awkward family stuff that happened in the past. So he decides to steal his dead relative's guitar, who he finds out he's related to. Won't give any spoilers, and it somehow ends up with him being in the land of the dead.
That's basically a brief plot synopsis. I know it sounds brief, but trust me, there's a lot to talk about.
If I said anything else, it would actually spoil a lot. I don't want people coming to kill me, so I don't want to die!
Okay, let's not get hyperbolic. So with that said, let's move on to the positives and negatives.
Warning, spoilers ahead!
Right off the bat, the animation of this movie, absolutely bellissimo. This is some of the most beautiful, artsy, and just downright perfect animation Pixar has ever done. They really nailed it on the cultural aspect of Mexico. I sincerely say that from the heart. Honestly, it's a cliche that Pixar outdone this themselves. I mean, come on. The animation is just... It's lavish, it's beautiful, and not to mention, the character designs are well detailed. In typical Pixar tradition, the character designs are more in between a balance of realistic and simplistic, but it still creates a traditional homeschool Pixar feel to it, and it really brings a beautiful atmosphere to the movie in itself.
Okay, I grew up around a lot of Mexican tradition because I was surrounded by that. I don't think you knew that, but hey, yeah!
No, I didn't.
I grew up around a lot of that kind of stuff, so from this standpoint, it was pretty spot on.
That's the briefer way to say it. The music in this movie, oh my god. If Remember Me does not get nominated for Best Original Song at the Oscars, I'm gonna be sad. Like, seriously, that song.
It's brilliant.
It really hits you. It really does hit you. But yeah, in general, the songs, basically, they're well done, they're well written. They really bring the heart of Mexico to music and lyrics and melodies in such a beautiful manner. So with that said, on to the story and characters. Now, I will admit, guys, when it comes to the story, it's not the most original, and there's definitely a lot of cliches. Considering that Miguel is a descendant of a family that hates music, of course, he is the only person who loves it, and as such, they're like, oh man, what the hell, you should follow your own family's tradition.
His grandmother literally breaks his guitar in front of him, which leads him off on this big adventure.
And like I said, it's pretty cliched. However, as the film goes on, it actually gets a lot more, not complicated, but more shocking in a sense, because, oh boy, there are a lot of plot threads that just keep unraveling and unraveling and unraveling, and oh my god, I did not expect them at all, did you?
Not really, but I think the best way to describe this film is like a Christopher Nolan film meant for kids.
Actually, yeah, it's certainly better than that other Christopher Nolan film that came out this year.
Dunkirk?
Now, I know Belle said that there are some spoilers, but we're not going to say too many spoilers, because trust me, there's way too much to talk about, and you guys just gotta see this film to really believe it.
So, the characters, they're great characters, but there's too many of them to actually be, memorable. I get how it's a big family, you have a lot of people who died, but there's so many characters that are introduced and only given, 2 lines. It's what's the point of, introducing them in the first place? Oh yeah, it's nice that we see them in, the land of the dead. But you also could have had the same effect by showing them in a passing by, yeah, here's your family, they're over there. Wave hi to your dead uncle who's been dead for 500 years.
Ouch. Yeah, that is one problem. There are too many characters, but the characters that actually do serve a purpose, they definitely bring the movie up.
So 3 of them?
Yeah, only 3. Okay, there's really only 3 relevant characters, but they really drive the story forward. As we mentioned, Miguel is an optimistic kid.
But ends up getting his dreams crushed.
Oh yeah.
Major way.
I know that sounds harsh, but trust me guys, it really does get better in the movie. I know that this sounds harsh, but it really does get better. And in terms of the people he meets, Hector, he's a very upbeat guy, and I actually thought he would be the traditional Pixar comedic sidekick, but no, there's more layers to him.
Honestly, my first impression with Hector was, when I'm not gonna give any spoilers, but like in the beginning, they made him seem like he was a criminal. You get that?
Yeah.
They made him seem like, oh, you're a criminal, no one wants you. But like as it played out, we saw like another side to Hector, and it was very well played out. I loved that part. So it's really cool how we like see like Hector progress within like throughout this journey, and like how we see like a new side to Hector that we wouldn't have expected in the beginning of the movie. It like really does teach you like do not judge a book by its cover.
Exactly.
The rest of the dead family that was there,
Yeah, they were just there.
irrelevant.
So basically, long story short, there's only a few relevant characters, but man, like I said, they really drive the movie forward. And yeah, when Belle said, you know, don't judge a book by its cover, oh man, this movie taught us to really believe that.
And when like the plot twists come, because like you know there's always gonna be a plot twist in like a Pixar movie. Usually in Pixar movies it's like one plot twist, but like in this Pixar movie there's like 5 plot twists all coming at you at once.
Oh yeah.
It's like a big plot twist sandwich. Wow. It was dark for a kid's film. It was
Oh
so
yeah,
dark.
we forgot to mention this film can get dark at times.
So like don't bring young kids.
Secret
But then
Name.
again, maybe they should see like the dark aspects because it's like that's how some people are. So, like it's like the world is evil, but the world can also be good.
And the film really does highlight that actually. But without a doubt, guys, the best thing about this movie is the message of family. Familia.
Even like in the Land of the Dead, when he's going off on his big adventure, he's like running away from his family, but also kind of not. It's weird, but.
Yeah.
He like wants to pursue his dream, so he thinks he has to go and pursue his dream, but then he realizes, oh, family's more important, yeah. And they do pursue that really well.
But as he goes into his family, he learns that there's a lot more to his family, and he learns the true meaning of what it is to remember a family.
And he resolves some family issues that were deep, dark, and painful.
If anyone out there is struggling with family issues, please see this film.
It'll bring you guys together and might like fix those issues, hopefully.
It just might. Now, even though we did really like this film, guys, we do have a few problems. What are those problems, Belle?
Like I said before, there's too many characters to be like remembered, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's funny how this film tells us that if you forget somebody, they'll be forgotten for forever, and yet I don't remember too many of the secondary characters. Sorry! They're not terrible, they're just not that memorable. They're about as memorable as the secondary characters in The Good Dinosaur. Oh yeah, I went there.
Okay, this is like where spoilers are gonna come in, so you've been warned. They make it seem like if someone's forgotten, then like you die twice.
Yeah.
It's-
We don't know much
I don't
about
know.
Mexican culture. Well, she knows more than I do, but I don't know everything. There's probably a different aspect.
In my opinion, they should have made it like, oh, you're gonna be forgotten forever. You'll be irrelevant. No one will care about you. Not that you'll die twice. No!
And like I said, there are some cliches here and there. And I'm sure this happens in a lot of animated films, but there's a Deus Ex Machina. I'm not going to say when it happens, but if you guys have seen those situations where characters end up in, really horrible...
It's freaking plot convenience and it'll piss you off.
Basically.
So there's a dog in the movie who's like the little animal sidekick. That'll piss me up a little bit because that always happens in movies. But this dog, not dead, can cross into the freaking spirit world. Even though he's not dead. It's a plot hole. No, it's a pothole in the plot road. And then, at the end, he's alive again.
Yeah,
It doesn't make sense now.
I
But
understand.
it'll make sense later if you watch it. It'll make sense.
I understand movies are revised a lot, but you guys should have revised that.
You really should have. They also like bring home the point a lot that like music's terrible, music sucks. They bring that like home into the very end. And they bring it home too much. Actually, any child who watches this is going to like not want to follow their dreams anymore for like fear of abandoning your family to like pursue a music career. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know
They're
you-
only supposed to like support you in like whatever you want to do. So like they should do that instead of music's bad.
And I know what you guys are thinking. Like, wait, doesn't this film tell you to follow your dreams? Yeah, but it kind of doesn't. It's hard to
You need to
explain.
watch it to be
Yeah,
able to
and-
fully understand.
And it's not like this movie tells kids, oh, don't follow your dreams at all. You're dumb for doing that. It's not that it does that. It's just that its messages overall is a bit...
Overplayed.
Yeah, let's leave it at that. Any other negatives?
I had one about the animation a little bit. One mini animation. Because, like, you know when, like, they first go into, like, the Land of the Dead?
Yeah.
It's obnoxiously bright. I'm sorry. It's obnoxiously bright. I was, like... It was, like, woo! Like,
Okay.
smacked you in the
I get
face.
what you mean.
And at the end, they're standing at a well. Actually pissed me off.
Okay, fair enough. But overall, guys, despite the small issues we have with it, actually, not small, but, few, we still had a lot of fun with Coco.
He
Sure,
almost cried.
Oh yeah, I almost cried, guys. I mean, Inside Out's objectively sadder, but this film really tugged at my heartstrings. That being said, despite some cliches and odd execution of the message, and some really odd plot points, the atmospheric animation, the lovable main characters, and the great message of family, as well as the great music, definitely makes this film a solid flick worth watching.
If you have a family and you have some dark issues with your family or something, then you might want to watch this for a therapy session.
But even at that, you can definitely watch it as a love letter to Mexican culture. And granted, it might tug at your heartstrings, and it is pretty dark at times, but trust me guys, it's totally worth it, like any Pixar movie besides Cars.
Lemon Party!
So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give the movie Coco an 8 out of 10.
8.9.
It's very close to being on 9 if it weren't for those odd plot points and the odd way they executed the message and those cliches. But overall, a very solid film, and I can't wait for the next Pixar flick, which is going to be The Incredibles 2.
Still baby.
Oh, and another thing, guys. When you do see the film, there's a 20-minute long animated Frozen short called Olaf's Frozen Adventure, which is basically Olaf finding some holiday traditions in Norway.
You didn't rock into the wrong movie. You're still, watching Coco. This is not a Frozen movie.
Don't worry, guys. Don't worry.
It's still the right movie.
Frozen 2 is not happening for a little while.
We're not in the Frozen apocalypse yet.
I like that movie. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Definitely to see the movie whenever you can. I'll post a review on IMDb. Yep, but that's right, guys. I just joined IMDb. I'll be writing a review for this film as well as the other reviews I've written. And until then, have fun. Thanksgiving may be over, but you can still enjoy the rest of November with this
And
movie.
Coco.
Oh yeah. So yeah, until then, I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye.
Bye.